Toon Army. It's time for football to take a backseat and make way for the banter, the laugh, the rants, and of course, the bullying that is TTR Friday. And now, straight from Georgetown and other places around the kingdom, here are your hosts, the Stallion. According to Susan, that is, Paul Ditchburn, the Butcher, Billy Bob Trey, the Lady of the Luscious Lips, Danielle Lother, and the Statman himself, Alex Walker. Now, only one question remains. Toon Army, are you ready? Begin.
Good evening, everyone, and it is a big anniversary to everybody out there. Welcome to TTR Friday. Alex is there. He's just in a darkened room somewhere. Of course, he's up for the match, so he is there. Don't worry, he will be speaking throughout. And we have a very, very special montage coming up shortly. Francisco has done a voiceover for it. I've done the photos and stuff for it, so it's going to be really special. And all I can say is, if you're a Newcastle fan and you don't get emotional watching it, then you know, I tell you what, it shows you where we've been to where we are now, and it's incredible. And Francisco has done an absolutely incredible job. But Danielle, this time last year, you were hammered. How are you feeling tonight?
Sober,
yes.
For one. But absolutely, I just think I feel better even than I did this time last year. Mm-hmm. I feel like it's gone perfectly. Everything that it could have gone right has gone right. Mm-hmm. We got rid of the cabbage, we brought in the caviar that is Eddie Howe, like everything. We brought in Bruno, Trippier, like all these amazing players, and I can't wish for any more. My heart is full. That's all I can say tonight. My heart is absolutely full for this club and for everything that it represents. Yeah,
I mean, look. A lot of teams don't celebrate takeovers, you know what I mean, a year later. But this one was special for many, 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 many different reasons. And to celebrate a year from where we were to where we are now as a football club. Alex, it's incredible, isn't it? Because the communication from the club, the way they just make the club has come back to the fans. Obviously, the women's team now included under the umbrella. And then, of course, the letter from the chairman to just top it off last night.
Yeah, it's just full communication. It's not just about communication. It's the fact that they're clearly very clued in on what the fans are saying online, in person, newspapers, just general feelings. They want to get it right, and they care both at the same time, and they're making a good effort in doing so. And it's it's night and day different. Obviously, to a degree, some of it is what you just expect standard from an owner. We're just not used to standard ownership. So it's taken a while for us to get used to that. But maybe we're biased. But personally, I feel like they've gone slightly above and beyond what a lot of other owners do of other clubs. They definitely seem to really be going for the personal touch. They understand the feeling of people who support the club and the feeling in the Northeast generally, and they're trying to make sure they do it right.
They get the club, don't they, Billy? Since they were, and I think it helped that I think it was 2017. Amanda was first seen at St James's Park, and they get the club, they get the fans, they get what we don't want. We're not crying out for trophies straight away. We understand there's a process, but they really do get us, these owners, don't they?
100%. That they've bought into a passionate fan base, and I think that was one of the reasons why they were so keen on doing so. On buying the club itself is a tradition of a hostile crowd for opposing team to come and play in front of. As a fan base that had been neglected criminally, really, by the previous owner for 15 years almost.
Absolutely.
And bad luck had come with us through that, and also on the pitch before that, we had quite a bit of bad luck also. And finally, we've got the takeover that we got the takeover that we wanted. Anyone but Ashley would have done, but we've managed to pull the jackpot winner with the only we've pulled now, which would be the richest owners in the world. And it's been a phenomenal year. We've come from the bottom of the Premier League to a side that's challenging for European places in 12 months. That's phenomenal. And it's all down to the
It
owners,
is phenomenal.
the manager,
I think people forget
the players, the fans,
Yeah.
everyone that's involved in Newcastle United has pulled together and have become one. And now we're this ship that's heading for something that's very, very special, and it can't be stopped.
There's a Spice Girls song in there somewhere. Billy went two become one. You know, that's how it was.
Indeed.
Need some love like I never needed love before. Anyway,
Gonna make love to you, baby.
Thanks, Billy. I'd rather not. Let's have a look at some comments because there's loads of people in the chat. Toon Black White Army, happy anniversary from Geordie. How are you, man? Jordan, happy anniversary, everyone. Brandon says it's mad to think how far we have come. I love this club, man. Come on, you mags. Mary's in the house. Good evening, Mary. Summerlin's not too far away, but I've no idea what you're talking about. This obviously the chat started way before we did. Happy anniversary, everyone, from up the A1. Looking forward to a great night. Drinks at the ready. Going to be a good one. Drinking the wine. I know that much. I've seen him on the old red. Alex obviously is in a bar somewhere in Newcastle, so he's having a good drink there. Danielle, what is your drink of choice this evening?
Don't be disappointed.
Uh-oh.
Just Pepsi.
Yes.
I've got a headache. Sorry.
Sorry, guys, but it's Pepsi Max for me as well. I don't drink a lot anyway, but there you go. Everyone saying hello to everyone in the chat as usual. Trolls, good evening to you. Hope you're well, buddy. Geordie Howeman says, never mind getting to the ground early. The chat is the place to be early tonight. Don't be late, Paul. We weren't late. We weren't late at all tonight. Well, maybe it's a minute or so, but there you go. Rachel, good evening. Yeah, keep comments respectful. No all caps and duplicates. Chippers, happy anniversary. Pedro's in the house. Good evening, Toon Review family. Just took the dog out, got soaked, but now chilling, watching this superb channel. Keep up the excellent work, guys and girl. Thank you very much to you, Pedro. Tony Hunter, hi, everyone. Happy anniversary. Mark says, hi, guys. I'm on the bottle of Budweiser's. What's up?
Do you remember that? What's up?
Yeah, quality. Tom says, Friday night's always a bugger since the Toon Review came along. Well, I do bloody apologise. Watching you lot, but also watching the Extra Time gang on Gallagher Shots, the two best shows on the best two channels on at the same time. Well, that's what modern day technology is for. Jason, good evening to you. George, evening, lads and lasses. Hope you're all well. I have a bottle of champagne left over from New Year. I think today is a good enough reason to open it. So we'll expect you to be a bit hungover tomorrow, George.
Don't drink it all at once, George. Don't drink it all at once. Trust us.
Flashbacks.
Chili burgers for everyone tomorrow.
Oh, Jesus Christ, no. Alvin Messenger, thank you very much for your $5 super chat, buddy. Hello, all. Been away for a few weeks due to COVID. Great to be back to celebrate the best owners in the Premier League. Absolutely. We do have a little bit of sad news, I'm afraid, tonight as well. Unfortunately, as you know, Kat Hook's husband wasn't very well at all last night. Found out it was cancer. He passed away at 6:30 a.m. this morning. So all of our love, thoughts and prayers go out to Kat and her family. Really, really sad news. You know, if anything can comfort, he's at peace now and he's out of any pain that he was in. But it's terrible, and it's an awful thing to have to go through. So please, our heartfelt love from everyone here at the Toon Review to Kat and her family at this really horrible time. So keep your chin up as best you can, Kat, and we'll all rally around you. Don't you worry about that. Exactly. Don't be afraid to reach out. But so sorry to hear that news this morning. Really, but it's life, I guess, and it kicks in the balls. Zishan, thank you for your $17.99 super chat. He says, evening peeps, told the missus it's the Newcastle Takeover anniversary today. She had a face like thunder. That's because I forget our own anniversary every year. I thought she was going to batter me with the chapati rolling stick. Oh, Jesus Christ, Zishan, be careful, man. Be careful. Happy anniversary to Matt. Goatfather says, happy Takeover anniversary, or is it canniversary? Either way, a very special day to be a Newcastle fan. Absolutely. Pedro says, you never guess what? It's been a year already and we're still buzzing in a happy place. So look forward to the games now. Such a great feeling. Suzanne is in the house behind the curtain. It's strange, isn't it? Because a lot of people, I've seen a lot of people commenting me today and sending me messages saying, I fell out of love with football and I fell out of love with the club over that 14-year time. And a lot of people did, Danielle, because obviously a lot of people stayed away, gave up the season tickets, as we all know. And, it was an awful time to be a Newcastle fan under Mike Ashley, wasn't it?
And the girls. Sorry. England Lionesses won up.
Get in. They're in America as well, aren't they?
A good time.
Yeah, they've got the bloody Reading game on in this bar. I want to watch the Lionesses.
Ooh, get them told. So everyone was falling out of love with the club, and we just had the Wolves game, if you remember, and it was just everyone was just accepting that we were going to go down, and even then, was it just going to be the championship, or would we continue in a spiral after that? Because we couldn't see any kind of way out, and I hadn't gone for 10 years. Lee gave up his season ticket. He just didn't want to put any more money into the club anymore. Hadn't bought a shirt in years. Just felt really disconnected from the place. I mean, if it wasn't for you guys, then I wouldn't have had a lot to do with it. I probably wouldn't. I would have stopped watching it eventually, just because it was miserable. It was awful. We had nothing. But what a difference! Literally a day it made back then. Back on the 7th of October, what a difference one day made! Like, unbelievable. Couldn't believe it.
I mean, when I went to the ground, I went with Ben, obviously the day after on the Friday, and obviously I had a chat with Mr. Downey from Sky Sports News, who had, let's just say, had a very tiring few days. But the buzz around the place was incredible. People walking around in Saudi outfits, and loads of people getting the photos taken, and it was just an incredible atmosphere. David Smith, thank you for your $8.99 super chat. Found you guys when looking for info on the takeover. Been a great year. Thanks for all the content. Restored my love in the Toon. Thank you very much, David. If you do enjoy tonight's show, guys, as usual, please do hit the like button for us. And if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, please hit subscribe. It is free to do so, and also the bell, which will let you know when we go live or we upload a video. And if you want to donate to the channel tonight, like so many people have already, very kindly, just hit the $sign at the bottom of the live comments, and that will take you through that way. So thank you in advance for that. And you can even become a member of the Toon Review if you hit that join button just underneath the video. Now, in a moment, we've got a very, very special montage coming up, which, as I said at the start, if you're a Newcastle fan, it will tug at the heartstrings from where we've come from. I've sort of added a little bit on the end to it as well, from Francisco's voiceover. There's a montage of photographs and along with his voiceover, and then I've added something on at the end. So it's really, really good. So we'll put that on in a minute. It's about 7.5 minutes long. So it's brilliant. It really is, yeah. Mary says, question, how squiffy are everyone in the chat, including mods, going to get by the end of the show? What on earth is Mary talking about?
Squiffy.
Billy, would you like to explain what squiffy means? Or are you down with it?
Yeah, it's the posh word for piss, isn't it?
Okay, right. I see. I didn't know that. I didn't get
rat-arsed.
Yeah, well, rat-arsed, whatever you want to call it.
I'm well on the way to becoming Thomas Mullard.
Thomas Mullard. Louis says, good evening. Can't see you tomorrow at the Brentford game. Yeah, be good to see you, mate. Carl, good evening. Happy to get our club back there, everyone. Lawrence at the Geordie View says, happy takeover anniversary, everyone. Indeed. Matt says, definitely 12 months to never forget. Pilo Keith, good evening. V says, what a day. Has everyone seen all the vids released on the Newcastle United channel? It's awesome stuff. Yeah, it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. Good evening, Stu. You what, mate?
I've not seen anything yet. I mean, I only stopped driving 45 minutes ago. So
yeah, well, you've got plenty viewing ahead of you, mate. Craig says, hi all. Early one in Australia, the day after the takeover. Of course, it's day after takeover there, yeah. Toon Review, Mrs. Toon Review says, get ready, guys. The show is about to begin. Huh? Okay. That was 1 minute past 8. So that's how many comments we've had in before the show even bloody started.
Crazy.
Douglas says, good evening to all tonight. Hi, I was a brilliant host, Paul, Billy, Danielle, and Alex, and big happy anniversary to Newcastle United. Keith says, tonight I will be mainly drinking Stella. I think there's going to be quite a few hangovers tomorrow of people going to the match. Pork pies here, though. That just from Desmond's Barber's Shop. Evening Toon Review host, 2 reasons for me to celebrate tonight: the Takeover and my thirst for information about the Takeover found me the Toon Review. First class. Thank you very much, Pork Pie. Craig says, great to catch you live with it being daylight savings here. Ali says, happy anniversary. Pedro with a little song about we love the Toon Review. Thank you, mate. Soli says, by the way, Danielle, I showed my Mrs. Graphics. I showed her my FIFA team, and I don't believe she was that impressed until I told her why I was showing her them. Interesting. Happy birthdays. Wes says, happy 1 year anniversary Toon Review fam. Craig says, makes it a bit harder to watch the game live 1 hour later, though. I know. Yeah, I can imagine. A bit of a pain in the ass. Rob C says, hi, everyone. Hope you're all keeping well and looking forward to tonight's show. More hellos and hellos. Lawrence says he's on the Cronenberg. Cronenberg cans the night. I've been hammered on Cronenberg once when I was young. So, oh, dear me. Sammy says, good evening from Saudi Arabia. Good evening to all our Saudi friends. Hope you're well out there. Mike says, hi, team. With the anniversary, what has been the most dramatic, defining change the owners have made in the last 12 months? Danielle, what do you reckon?
I mean, yeah, the obvious. Like, you know, getting rid of cabbage. But also lots of little things that meant a lot for me. So I can't just name one. Like little things, like getting Shiva's bar back, moving the statue, like things that really meant a lot to people.
Yeah.
For me, those are the defining moments. And then obviously, I'm going to talk about all this anyway. I'll shut up because I'm just going to name everything that's happened since.
Well, there's a lot of small things. I remember there was an article released by the chef, wasn't there? Who was talking about how he couldn't, when they were running private functions in the club, he was, you know, a bit thin for ingredients and equipment, and that all changed as soon as the takeover happened.
Did it? That's interesting.
What any defining moments for you, Billy? Obviously, you mentioned Bruce there, but
yeah, the pigeon.
Pigeon's finally going. Yes.
Oh, the Gallagher pigeon.
I miss him. He was killed apparently by Joe Linton's shot that whopped him out in the top of the Gallagher stand. But that would never happen these day and age unless he's lying in the back of the net, of course. So yeah, I miss the pigeon. I miss him. I miss him tweeting. I don't know whatever happened to him, but wherever he is now, I'm looking down on this, mate.
Yeah, he'd be sitting on Dave Harrison's shoulder watching the show.
Every chance.
Yeah. Oh God. Angelica says, my husband, I lost my hubby today. He was diagnosed with cancer 2 days away.
I think Angelica's cat.
Yeah, Angelica's cat. Yeah. Cat, we're with you all the way. Don't worry. And you know, it's very nice of you to join us for the show tonight. I know you must be really hurting, but listen, if we can give you a couple of hours of just relief from everything going on, then you know, that would be great. But you know, you've come to the right place. You're with a big family here, so you will get there. And like I say, if you need to reach out to any of us, we're always there. And we're right behind you. So thoughts and prayers are with you. KB says, a very good evening, guys, on this brilliant first anniversary. Feeling very optimistic for our club and its future on this great night from Belfast. I don't know why I have to say Belfast like that. I just feel like I have to.
You can't read off paper. You can't even read a word off paper. What's the matter with you?
3,333 times. Yes. When the takeover went through, it was like we as NUFC supporters had won the lottery. Absolutely. Yeah, yes, 100%. Bradley Big Toe says, Paul flexing his fantastic taste in music. Happy anniversary, lads and lasses. SV88 says, evening and a happy anniversary. I was in Southeast Asia when the news broke last year. Shit Wi-Fi, no phone signal, but still felt so involved. Julie J says, same here, Danielle. Pepsi Max here too. I'm not a big drinker. You don't have to be a big drinker to have fun, though. No. A lot of people sending the love to Angelica and obviously the family, so that's really nice. But like I say, we'll if you feel emotional now, then this isn't going to help the film that we're going to play now. We got over 500 watching, so I feel like it's about time that we did this. And once again, a massive thank you to Francisco for doing the voiceover. I've put as many photos as I can on to sort of go along with what Francisco's saying as he tells the story. And then when that finishes, I've added another bit of music and some happier times. So here we go, guys. Now, I'm just going to make sure you guys can still see the screen. Obviously, I've gone on the cinema screen. Here we go, guys. Enjoy it.
On December 9th, 1892, the merging of two clubs gave birth to what has become for many people around the world their pride and joy. At the football cathedral known as St. James's Park, fans have gathered for over a century to watch and support those who play the game we love and represent the pride of our hearts. Many have been the accomplishments of our club throughout its history. And yes, like every other club, we have had our ups and downs. But at the beginning of a new century, little did we know what sort of hell awaited us. In 2007, a devil disguised as a savior acquired our honor club, and he who shall not be named promised a new era. His initial moves were hailed as worthy. He endeared himself to the fans. He joined with them in away stands, drank with them, and all seemed destined for greatness. But little did we know how bad he had started. Acquiring a club that was in debt at not knowing it was just the first step of many behind-the-scene misdeeds of this man. And in short time, it was clear to see that to him, our beloved club was just another business. As long as the checkbooks balanced out, all was good. But even that was a lie, for his meddling and mismanagement of the club was obvious from early on. He disgraced and disrespected our legends, tarnished our reputation, and in less than 2 years, we were relegated. The hated fate of every player, club, and fan. But our resiliency made it possible to quickly win this championship and come back up to where we belonged. And some thought, you know what? We can get through this. Better times are ahead. What fools some were. What followed was bad deals, bad management, bad business. And in 7 short years, we again faced the harsh reality of relegation. And though our team came back up, and again did it by winning the championship, fans had had enough. Many left. Many just went through the motions, waiting to see how quickly the next relegation would come. Then, towards the end of 2020 and the beginning of 2021, rumors and reports started popping up about the interest of a Saudi Arabian-backed group wanting to acquire our club. Pundits, reporters, and fans alike didn't know what to make of this. As it became more evident that this was real and that it could happen, an opinions war began. Tempers flared. External opposition grew. Negative opinions of the so-called experts became a daily occurrence. And we, the fans, didn't know what to think. We were afraid. For they say the last thing you lose is hope. And we dared not hope, for we were afraid of losing what we had left.
there you go, guys. That was it. Very emotional, I think, for a lot of people. Watching that, and certainly the comments that have come in, it does make the hairs stand on. Billy, I see you got quite emotional during that. It's when you look back and you sort of listen to all that and you see where we've come, it is emotional, because when you've supported a club for so long and you see what we've been through as fans for the last 14 years, and then these guys come along and totally transform where we've come from and where we are as a club now, and it's brilliant. And I wanted to put that little bit on it, at the end for Dave, just because I had to, really, because he's still part of this channel, whatever, and he always will be. When you see it, and I wanted to put the local hero on at the end, because from when Francisco ended that voiceover with with the celebrations of the takeover with the fans, and then I thought, right, let's put local hero on to the end of that, and let's show loads of photos from when the takeover happened, for all the happy stuff that's happened. The women's team coming into the umbrella. The dressing room photos from last season and this season, players that have been and gone obviously during that time. But we wanted to involve everybody, really, as much as I could. I will release that as a separate video on the channel. I know I'll probably get demonetized because I've played songs, but it doesn't matter. That it's not what it's all about. For us, this is about the takeover and everything like that. Which is what it's for. Dan Brown, thank you for your 10 quid super chat. Just wanted to say a big thank you to the Toon Review panel and the mods for all the great work you've done this year and keeping me moderately sane. Here's to another great year. How are the lads? David Smith, thank you for your £4.49 super chat with just wow. And Wolves F1, thank you very much for your £3. Really do appreciate that. Spike Milligan, thank you for your £20 super chat. Emotional and brilliant. Glad I found this channel. Thank you very much, Spike. We're glad you found us, to be honest. What was it like watching that, Danielle?
I feel grateful. Thank God. I can't imagine, where we'll be right now if this hadn't happened to us. And I feel so lucky that this has happened and that we've been given a chance to, show what Newcastle United are all about. And, we're so lucky, like the owners get every part of this club and every part of this fan base, and that the honest people. They're not Mike Ashley. They're not anything like what he did to this club and this city. I feel grateful. I feel emotional. I feel it's a shame that obviously Dave isn't here. But wherever he is, he's part of us and he's part of the club. And, I somehow think, like Billy said all that many months ago after he passed away, that every time there's a chance that just happens to go in, that perhaps it's Dave, putting a little bit of his spirit behind it. But yeah, I just feel lucky to be part of something so special.
Yeah. Alex, I know you shared. It looked like you shared that with your partner there. I mean, what does it feel like for you? Obviously, seeing all that again.
Well, it's tough. Last year, obviously, I was abroad in the pandemic. A lot of friends that I had disappeared back to different parts of Poland, and I wasn't able to return back to the UK for 2.5 years. So it was very, very isolated. And a few weeks before the takeover, I'd just taken my dad over to Scotland for end of life to say goodbye to him. So to have the takeover, yeah. It'd been a frustrating year.
Yeah, it's not just obviously Dave that's passed on. There's a lot of Newcastle fans have departed. Chris, who was a big part of the Loaded channel as well, he sadly departed, and a lot of people have, there's Kat today, early this morning losing her husband.
But people weren't interested at all in football. Before I joined the channel, I'd spent most of 2022 trying to involve myself in the community because I'd got nothing else to do. And I was an avid fan. I'd been for many, many years. And I tried to make my own podcast. Obviously, I'd watched you in the background, but I was a nobody. I didn't I didn't think there'd be any point in messaging people who were in established channels. So I just thought I'd start a little podcast. Nobody was interested. Nobody wanted to do it with me because we were in a bad era. Nobody cared. And I get it. I do get it. We were just in a bad place. Nobody wanted to talk about it. It was all fun and games. And then the next game would roll around at the weekend and we'd lose again. And it just, people lost interest and lost hope.
Yeah.
So it came at the right time.
It did. Alexander, thank you very much for your. Well, he's from Serbia, and it's 1,000 RSD. So I'm not sure what that is, what the Serbian currency is. But thank you so much. Really, really do appreciate that. That's very kind. Now, Billy, I know that's touched obviously you when you've been watching that, and I mean, it's supposed to do that, because if you're a Newcastle fan and you watch that with where we've come from the last 14 years to where we are now, it is an incredible difference, isn't it? And that's why it's so emotional, because we know where we are from, where we've come from to where we are now, but we've got owners that absolutely give a damn.
Yeah, I mean, I was part of the Ashley Out campaign. Just a small part of it. I was kind of part of the social media campaign from the top of where it came from. And at points in it, we never thought we were going to get rid of him. We thought it was a losing battle. We didn't think it was ever going to happen, anytime soon kind of attitude. We worked and worked. And in the end, we gave up. And then Amanda Safely came and saved us. She literally came and saved us as I'm not going to say the word Messiah because it doesn't really come into it, but she saved us. She was our saviour. Her and her husband. She got the people on board that would enable a takeover. And despite people not wanting to go through, it went through, and the relief. And it's a lot of years of relief too.
Yeah. And
I think about the thousands of fans that didn't get to see that. It's hard not to think of them that passed on when Mike Ashley was still here. And it's just heartbreaking thinking about that. And my dad was one of them. And also I know the people were. But, it's all good now. They're looking down from us from up there, and they can see we're going places.
Absolutely. And I think that's what we have to, they'll be wherever they are now. Everybody who's passed on will be looking down and thinking, wow, and giving us the very best and hoping that we continue this journey. Chippers, thank you very much for your 20 quid super chat, buddy. He says, plain and simple, I love you all on this channel. Thanks, mate. Really kind of you. Sean says, Baz from Through Black and White Eyes has said we've been given the go-ahead to expand St. James's Park. I think... I don't know, to be honest. If that is true, then great. But I haven't heard anything personally.
Not from the council, I haven't, because I've checked.
Yeah, well, we'll have to wait and see on that, to be honest.
Ben's also saying it, apparently.
Sorry?
Ben's also saying it, so...
I know, but I don't know where they've got that information from. But if it's true, then good, expand the stadium, fine. We absolutely need that. But the season tickets, Danielle, obviously they're sold out within, I think there was a 60-odd thousand waiting list for season tickets, which, you couldn't, people didn't want season tickets, a year and a bit ago. They didn't want anything to do with the club. And I think that's been sort of Amanda and, the owners' real mission was to get the fans back into the club and get them part of the club again. They brought war flags back in, which was huge, because they'd been missing for so long, and they've come back in and made a wonderful difference to the atmosphere in the stadium, and getting everybody up for the game beforehand. Even the music that's played now before matches gets you going, and it certainly gets the players going as well, because they come out of that tunnel, they see all the flags, and certainly for the new guys as well, it wouldn't have get sort of goosebumps on the skin when they're walking out.
Absolutely. I mean, you get them just sitting in the stadium, don't you? When you hear how many times have I cried at the games this season? I mean, honestly, it's pretty dire situation. Like, me, but it is. It's the goosebumps and it's the hope. Like, before this all happened, we all did our best to try and support the way we could. Some of us decided to stay away, but supported from afar. And some incredible people decided to stay. I make no judgment either way. I think, everyone to their own, and we need to put those days behind us now where we're a fractured fan base, and I think the owners have helped us with that. And I don't think we've ever been more united right now than what we are, because you're not seeing as many kind of arguments on social media that we did before, like right in the middle of the geopolitics, and it was horrendous to be on Newcastle Twitter because everybody couldn't agree on what colour the sky was. Do you know what I mean? It was horrendous. But now there's a calm around the fan base because we know we're all heading in the right direction, and tickets is always going to be a problem. You can't please everybody. It doesn't matter what you do. They cannot win in that scenario. But, I just do what I can to get a ticket when I can afford to get a ticket. And good luck to everybody who's trying to get a ticket. Especially those people who've kept loyal and had their season tickets, then they deserve it. They deserve these moments because they've put the graft in, going to the games when it was miserable and awful. But, whatever that happens in terms of if we are going to expand or if we are going to do whatever we're going to do, all we know is it's night and day compared to what we had this time last year in terms of, that man.
That man. Yeah.
It's the only way is up. I'm still buzzing.
There's a song in there somewhere, isn't there?
The thing is, Danielle, the thing is, Danielle, we were getting beat out spot off Sunderland at home by, and we had
I know.
Di Canio on his knees. We didn't cry then because we became used to it, like a abused wife, let's say. But now we see the atmosphere in the ground and we see how happy everyone is, and it brings tears to your eyes. It does. It's amazing, the transformation. It really is.
You feel proud. I feel proud.
That's the word, pride. I think pride is the word. Absolutely.
It's not a walk. It's not a walk of shame anymore. It really isn't. Jed says, got to say thank you. I lost my son 3 months ago. Also lost my mother very recently. You have kept me sane. Wish I could give you a little help. So my thanks to you all. Jed, no problem. Thank you very much for
being here.
Being here. Exactly. Absolutely. Mike, thank you very much for your $20 New Zealand super chat. Found an extended family here. Everyone here shows so much passion. I'd love it if it continues. How are the lads? Well, we're going nowhere, matey, and we hope you stay with us. Jim says, very good evening all. Just got home. I know there's quite a few people in the comments who've missed that video. I will play it again towards the end. I think it's it's just one of those things that I think people will love to see again anyway. But I will play it again towards the end, and then obviously I'll release it as a video. So it's always there basically, so you can watch it whenever you want. Danielle says, my heart goes out to all those that lost loved ones. It's never easy. Geordie Howeman says, every supporter is a person with their own story to tell. No other sport can bring people together like football. We have our heartbeat back. We certainly do. Jim's going to grab a beer. Good man. Steve says, the takeover saved me. Ashley didn't realize how many people he gave mental health to. I became an alcoholic because of what happened over the years, and now nearly a year of sober after rehab. Fantastic, Steve.
Well done, Steve.
That's a good point, Alex, because, we talk about mental health, it certainly with Northeast football, whether you're a Newcastle fan or Sunderland or whoever it may be, we live and breathe football up here. And I think people forget that. And football is a way out for a lot of people. And what Ashley did to our club that some people have supported for years and years, it did affect them mentally. No matter what people say, thinking how can football affect your mental health? It's not just the football; it's the football club. It's the love of it. It's the family feeling that you get from a football club, and it wasn't there for so long.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, if somebody's got mental health issues, in the general sense, often the advice is get yourself a routine, get yourself a schedule, wake up, maybe include some exercise, see some friends, things of that nature. Give yourself a purpose, get yourself in a bit of a routine.
Yeah.
And what the people at the top missed is that football gave people that consistency and stability. It gave them the friendship, community, the ups and downs, and it's just so important. It's more than what certain people realize, and this is what I say to people, acquaintances that don't like football. I say it's more than football, and you're missing out on so much. You don't have to like thumping a ball in the net. It's not about that. It's about so much more. And it's important to have it back for a city of this size and a region of this size, and even for the people who live abroad. I mean, it helped me a lot. I'm sure a lot of people. We've had a lot of people in the chat that have had similar issues. But those games, and especially being whether it's on the screen or in the chat, it's unified. And yeah, it just having football, whether it's week to week, that's why we all notice it when we have an international break.
Yeah,
It's that little bit of communities just kind of waiting for it, and it's just not there.
Yeah.
It's makes such a huge difference in a positive
thank
way.
God for this channel, though. Thank God, because when we have times where things aren't going well, or something happens, or we have an international break, or it's the summer break, and we're all feeling a bit like, well, what do we do now? Thank God we've all got each other, because we get together and we do our best of 11 shows, and we have a laugh, and the time passes. And
I think, and a lot of people need to realize as well, the work that goes on behind the scenes on this channel with, the fantastic moderators that we've got.
Oh my God.
Susan, who does so much behind the scenes for this channel. She's just a remarkable woman, and I will say that till I'm dead. She's just everything to me, but that's what it is. It's a big family on here, and everybody comes together. Even the guy, all our subscribers, all our viewers who come into the chat, and it's like everybody knows each other, and that's what we want to continue on this channel moving forward. That feel good fact that if you're feeling down, you've still got us, and you can come on here and you can just forget the world for a couple of hours, basically. Up the A1, thank you for your £10 super chat. Exciting times ahead. It's just cut me off. I don't know what the rest of it said, but I'll thank you very much. It was another sentence which I didn't catch. Danielle, thank you for your 10 quid, mate. Very, very kind. A little something from me. Really proud to be part of the Toon podcast family. In the words of Sister Sledge, we are family. Oh, don't get Billy singing that. Jesus Christ. Wow.
Everyone can see.
There he goes.
Together.
There he goes.
And
it's only a matter of time.
High hopes we have for the future.
And now there's no stop. Even Danielle's dancing. Jesus Christ.
We're demonetized anyway. You might as well sing it.
Yeah, absolutely. Geordie, how are you, man? Thank you for your £4.49 with just one family. Thank you very much, mate. And another 1,000 from Serbia. Thank you very much. Been a Toon supporter since 1997. Was 9-year-old back then. I literally feel like I went back in time to the early 2000s as an adult. Love you guys. Sorry, I'm a bit drunk. I don't think you're the only one, mate, to be honest.
Is that Mitro, by any chance?
Well, Serbian called Alexander.
I wish he'd tip us off if he's playing tomorrow or not, so I know what to do with my team.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Ian McKenna, thank you very much for your £20 super chat, buddy. Really, really kind. Here's to the next 12 months. Absolutely. V, thank you for your $8.99. Been trying to think of something smart, but nothing's coming. So I'll just say I love you guys, and that includes you seeing or hearing this right now. Brilliant, V, and we are so glad you're part of the channel. DJL Floats, Darren, thank you very much for your 10 quid, mate. The pure emotion seen on this channel tonight just shows how special our fan base are and what Newcastle United means to us all. It's a special club, special fans, and a special channel. Well done, everyone. Thank you very much, Darren. God, I'm getting emotional now. Jesus.
Can I just say something about the mental health issue?
Yes.
We spoke about it quite exclusively a minute ago. Before Mike Ashley came to this club, and possibly before that, before Graham Souness came, let's say, you could take solace in the fact that you knew that your football team was a hell of a side and was going to go out and, it's going to make you smile when you watch them play and keep you entertained. Mm-hmm. And for 14 years, that was ripped away from us, literally ripped away from us, from a man that had no intention of doing anything for this club but cherry pick it and use it as an advertising hoarding for his shit sports company. Yeah. And now we've got it back, and you can now think of our club and smile and get a boost mentally just by thinking of what we're doing at the minute and what we're going to do in the future. And that's a massive thing to have in your life. If you've got something to fall back on, it's a huge plus. It really is. And I can't say it enough. Since these new owners have come on board, my mental health's absolutely tip top. And I've got to say, it wasn't before that, because it was depressing because you had nothing to think about that was good. You thought about your club, you just got depressed about it. And
because you looked forward to it, Billy. You look forward to it now, don't you?
100%.
If I've stopped going to away games because I love doing the watch-alongs for the away games, and you love doing the home games, Billy.
And again, you got too many fines. Is that why you're not stopped?
Well, that's a possibility, Danielle. Indeed. But without a doubt, I mean, it got to the stage where I was sick of being fined for speeding. I was sick of going through tolls, and I was sick of being not invited for bacon sandwiches and cups of tea, Billy. That one wouldn't have actually happened had you just told me where you were, and I could have avoided all that. But bollocks to it.
I think it was great you did that, Billy, because I've had 12 months of entertainment since.
Indeed. So, you should thank me, actually, because all these subscribers that come on for that £6.10 and give you £6.10 super chats. I'm your economic guru. I should be.
Well, that's something I never thought would be said to me on this show tonight.
Where else have we got toll roads in the country? We'll have to send him a different way.
I could be your quasi cut. Name is.
Yeah, whatever. Alex, what you've got it first.
Yeah, well, we talked about pride and looking forward to games and stuff. I mean, I get to take the missus tomorrow for the first time. She's been up a few times, but she's not actually been to a match. So, everybody talks about taking their children and stuff. I don't have children yet, but the fact to get to take somebody close to me and walk up the stairs.
Guys,
oh my God!
Did you hear that? There was a yet. Now,
I do plan on having children at some point.
Did Mrs. Stato hear that, or is there something planned in this romantic little getaway in the hotel tonight?
Very exciting.
You know what I mean?
Get the Barry White on quick. Get the Barry White on.
But I'm very excited for tomorrow for her. We had all the songs on in the car.
But
do you realise, Alex, when you do eventually have your first child, it is going to have to be called Stato.
Yeah.
Stato Junior.
Yeah.
Well, she's not going to like having Cher as a middle name, but I know I'll fight her on it.
Yeah,
absolutely. The women's game on Sunday as well.
Yeah, we're coming tomorrow.
Weekend of fists.
Yeah, exactly.
You have told her that I'll be sticking a camera in her face for an interview, won't you, Alex? We've got to get Mrs. Stato on the vlog.
Oh,
probably better to surprise her. Deer in the headlights.
No, I have met your good lady once, and I will not get on the wrong side of your good lady at all. So I will pre-warn her that, and I will ask her like a gentleman.
You stick a camera in my face.
Well, that's you. You're normally drunk. Right. Toon Dave, thank you very much for your £10 super chat. Evening all. Thanks for the video and throwback team. Shows where we have been and where we are going. Much love to everyone. My heart goes out to everyone who's lost someone this year too. And Martin Watson, thank you very much for your £17.99 super chat. Really kind, buddy. And he's just put 5 kisses on there. So thank you very much indeed. Tomorrow's going to be very interesting, isn't it? Because it's going to have that kind of takeover feeling again. I don't know what you guys think.
I would like to rename tomorrow BBD, Batter Brentford Day.
Batter Brentford Day.
It's got a ring to it, don't you think?
Poor Brentford.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they'll obviously be coming to sort of try and spoil the party, won't they? But listen, it ain't going to happen. Louis says, you stick a camera in my face.
Yeah, Louis. See?
Yeah. Okay. Darren says, will you all be at the women's match? It's 2 days after my little girl's 4th birthday, so we're taking her in the East Stand. It's her first time. Would love to meet the channel if you're there. Well, me and Danielle are there so far.
Yes.
So yes, we'll be in the East Stand. Ben and Phoebe are coming with me, my kids, so it's going to be sorry, I've just been totally thrown off there.
It's Susan again, isn't it?
I'm saying nothing, Danielle. I am saying nothing.
Oh my God!
I'm Jesus Christ! I'm blushing. Woo!
Oh my God! All he has got a room.
I know it's just.
They're in the same bleeding room now.
Yeah, there's only a curtain behind me and her. You know what I mean? It's Samsonite Dove says, Paul, what kind of message are you sending that you don't need consent due to intoxication?
Can I just ask as well? Why is it a curtain? You've not got a door, or just no door?
No, because it's one of those living rooms that's got an archway into a dining room, and at the minute I'm using the dining room as a studio until my studio is built next
pull
door.
the curtain back every time you want to have a chat, and then you've got to redraw it again?
Well, no, I only close it when I'm streaming. You
okay.
shut up.
Honestly,
picture another
studio.
curtain.
Studio is a word to use. Studio.
Studio, yes, it is. Well, until my other one's decorated next door, and then it's my proper workplace. Then you see. So, John Burton, thank you for becoming a member of the channel. Not sure if that's a new one or a redoing thingy, Bobby, but thank you for your support on the channel, matey. I really do appreciate that. And we have another £10 from Malcolm Taylor. Thank you, Malcolm. Hi all, it's my birthday tomorrow. And when the takeover was completed last year, it was one of my best ever presents. It's great to see our club challenging the big boys and girls. Long may it continue. Indeed, Malcolm.
Amen.
Happy
Indeed.
birthday for tomorrow.
Yes, and hopefully we'll get a few goals for you tomorrow. Rochi says, it's great to not have the pre-match fear and anxiety anymore. Now we look at winning every game. Yeah, we do. And it was the same again from the press conference today. Gave very, very little away. I mean, the quotes about Maxi, I mean, is he playing? Is he not? He looks perfectly fit in training.
Excited.
There are some training videos of him today.
I know.
Yes, they are. Listen, I think
He
he'll
looks
start.
sharp.
I don't think there'll be any doubt about it. He'll start. And then he may not play the full 90 minutes.
Who predicted that he was going to start out of the four?
God. Then he's got another empty bottle. That's Jesus. Yeah. Ronald says, I found it hilarious of the BT Sports Robbie Savage clip about us gan Toon and Steve Bruce waving to us with West Bromwich Albion ganning up re-emerging on Twitter. What a wank spackle. A wank spangle.
That's a great word, that is. That's a great word.
Indeed. Did anyone see that video of Steve Bruce confronting the West Brom fan?
The guy needs sacked just
I
for
know.
that. He's an absolute disgrace. Him and his little weasel son, right?
Oh, his son's
By
just
the
an
way,
absolute
I'm
monumental
separated from me role for tonight because that is an absolute disgrace. You can't treat people like that. Regardless, if that happened in any other place of work, you'd be out. Simple. Not good enough. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
I did get I got some interesting insults. I should have picked it up for you, Paul. It was Stratford upon Avon. It was a Shakespeare insults book, and it's got three little word sections, and you flip them over. I think the first one was you inept, hairless fearmongerer or something like that. you keep turning over the pages, and it gives you fresh.
When have I ever been known to insult anybody? By the way,
well,
why should that book come
do
to
it to me every Friday? So
honestly, just the abuse on this channel. Actually, I've just Paul Gallant says, hi Paul, I think we missed a toll road near Birmingham. Well, aren't you as funny as a constipated poo stick? Jesus Christ.
Definitely not from the Shakespeare book, that one.
No. David says Billy's emotion was very moving. Good on you, big man. Listen, one thing about us on this channel is we wear our heart on our sleeves, and we always will. If we're emotional about something, it will come across exactly like that, because no way on this channel, any of the four of us or whoever's presenting are going to bullshit anybody. Like I say, I do my instant reaction videos. Some people don't like it because I'm honest. Some people just like me blowing smoke up players' asses all the time, but it's not that way on this channel, and it never will be. An instant reaction is exactly what it's supposed to be, an instant reaction. And then, if we do the review of the match like a day later or something, you've had a chance to calm down, look at the situation and then say how it really was. But people like an instant reaction because it's passion of a fan leaving the ground and talking about the game straight away. It'd be different when we win games because it'll be a lot more positive. So we'll always show emotion on here. And one good thing about the four of us is we never ever fear showing emotion on camera.
I cry all the time.
We are normal people. Maybe apart from Stato, who's very
It's a Geordie trait, Paul, isn't it? It's a Geordie trait, and people used to criticise our greatest manager, as I've seen, Kevin Keegan, for wearing his heart on his sleeve. He was an emotional person. He's got Geordie blood in him. His dad was a Geordie. It's in the blood. You can't help it. You just can't help be passionate about your football team. Can't help it.
Yeah, I mean, what I meant about Alex is he only laughs at Billy's jokes. He doesn't find me funny in the bloody slightest. I've got no idea why, but sometimes you'll just give a little smirk as if to say, "Shut up, you bell end." And then when Billy makes a joke, he'll laugh. But you've got to love him for that. We've got another new member, 2 Scoops. Interesting. Thank you for becoming a member of the channel. But 2 scoops of what? Ice cream?
I was doing about 2 scoops a night. I've had about 20 scoops, I think.
Michael Marsden, thank you very much for your 20 quid super chat, buddy. And I'd just like to say a massive shout out to Michael, because he's been over at the house today helping us put TVs on walls and stuff. And listen, without that man, I'd have been in deep trouble with the house move. He has helped me and Susan just fantastically. And the man, he's one of the kindest men you will ever wish to meet in your lives. And I am so proud to have him as a friend. He is just an incredible human being. His kindness just goes no ends. It really
doesn't. Actually hilarious, He's actually really, really funny.
It's funny because Susan's now named me and him Laurel and Hardy.
At least it's not Dumb and Dumber.
Well, that's an insult to Michael. Listen, I expect that from you.
Well, he would be dumb, but you'd be
Michael.
dumber. You'd be dumber, wouldn't you? I mean,
how long have you been sitting on that, Danielle?
Ages.
Oh, God knows how long. God knows how long. So when you see Michael at the match tomorrow, if you just come along and see him and you go, ooh, there you go. Shoot to Thrill. Gave up season ticket in 2011 because I realized the constant negativity was literally killing me. The takeovers lifted us all up to enjoy NUFC life again. Absolutely, 100%.
There's a big point there. For people that did give up their season tickets, it was for a reason. It was for a reason. They were trying to get Mike Ashley out of the club by refusing to give him the income that they were giving him. And people criticise these people for not going. You shouldn't criticise them. They had a point to what they were doing, and we're all together now. We all want to go. We all want to go as much as we can. But at that time, I didn't see the point in giving Mike Ashley any more money. I wouldn't buy shirts. I wouldn't buy anything. I wouldn't go in the shop.
Well, I gave mine up as well, Billy. I gave mine up, and I only renewed it at the start of obviously the season before this one. I don't know why. I renewed it because
6 cents, mate.
Yeah, I did. I thought something was going to happen. I don't know why, or I don't know what. There was no reason for it at all. But I'm bloody pleased I did. Crazy, really. Billy says, studio, I thought it would be a stable for Paul, the stallion.
Oh, please.
That's got to be comment of the week. That's amazing.
If a dog's born in a stable, it's not a horse.
I retract that. That's got to be comment of the week.
Bollocks. Honestly, there's just no reason for it. All I'm making is a comment I'm seeing on screen, and I get pelters for it. Bollocks is what it is. Anyway, right. We're going to do one of our little things on TTR Friday. Now, I don't know whether you have any, but we'll see.
Okay, Toon Army, get your plates ready, because our chef is about to slice them, dice them, marinate them, and serve them hot. Let's get ready for Billy's Beef.
Yes, it's that time of the week. It's Billy's Beef. Now, obviously, we are celebrating a fantastic takeover. So, do you have any beef this week, Billy?
I do, actually, yeah. I do. Oh. It's been mentioned previously as well. But just think 12 minutes to the night, while we were celebrating, having a takeover, we still had a fucking dickhead in charge of the club, managing the team, I should say, Mr. Bruce. And I watched him today. Well, not today. It was a couple of days ago when they played away at Preston. And he's destroyed that club, West Bromwich Albion, just as he destroyed our club, just as he destroyed Aston Villa before that, with the most expensive squad ever assembled in the Championship. And he keeps getting these jobs and seeing them out until he gets the compensation package. Now, this is not for us. We all know he's a twat, but it's for chairmen and owners of clubs around this country that ain't watching this, but if they are, stop employing him. Stop giving him publicity. You're only going to end up out of pocket in the end. The man's an absolute dick. He couldn't manage a fart after a curry, you know.
And I think, Billy, his true identity comes along when you see situations like that with the West Brom fan.
That's the real Steve Bruce.
Yeah, the real person comes out there because
the fact that you can play Brucey Bingo just proves everything, because you can literally write down word for word what he's probably going to say, and it's often correct.
And it's exactly the same as what he said just before he left us. It's exactly the same in press conference at West Brom as what he was saying at Newcastle, and it's pathetic.
But I turned on for the last 15 minutes of the West Brom Preston game of the day, and they were 1 down, and I saw that they had a right back playing a right back, a right wing, sorry, playing a right back. I thought, I've seen this all before. This is following a formula that doesn't work. Why do you just keep doing
Billy,
it?
He's a lovely family man. Let's not forget that. Yeah. Spike Milligan, thank you for your £20 super chat, my man. After losing my wife 3.5 years ago, didn't know where I was going. Then I found you, this channel, lifesaver. Spike, thank you so much for those kind words. It really does mean a lot. As people know, I take a lot of shit on social media sometimes, and we all have. But to get messages like that we're actually doing some good out there far outweighs the idiots, like I've said before, and we just really appreciate it. It's something we love doing, and we will keep bringing you these and keep. You guys are part of this channel just as much as we do sitting in front of the camera, and that's the main thing. We're all a big family on here, and just love the interaction with you, to be honest. Jamie says, I was born in Dudley, moved up northeast when I was a kid, so I wondered when I knew the Cabbage Head was going to West Brom. They're like my second. So I was wounded when I knew the Cabbage was going. Yeah, he's slowly destroying them.
Dudley.
Yes.
Dudley.
Dudley. Nice zoo at Dudley, actually. Nice zoo.
Is it really?
Yeah, the cracking zoo at Dudley. Oh, yeah. Really good zoo.
There's some good wildlife parks down there.
I was expecting a punchline there, Billy. I'm not.
No, there is, seriously. And it's meant to be quite.
I think that was the punchline, to be fair.
Alex, you get shot. Jordy Oweman says Bruce should not be let near another football club ever. No football fan deserves his mercenary, outdated, contempt outlook on how to manage.
It's all a plan to make himself money from compensation. I'm sure of it now. I don't think he goes in there actually wanting to do things. He wants to make a team shite so he gets his nice compensation package. He's made a living out of it.
He does. He seems to do that, yeah. You might not be wrong, Billy. Annie, good evening to you. 2 scoops. That's interesting. Just served myself 2 scoops of some incredible mango ice cream.
Delicious.
Interesting. Steve says it's the night for scoops, Billy.
Tell me about it.
Oh, dear. Steve says, your instant reactions are no different to what everyone else leaving the ground is thinking. I'm impressed when you do the honest ones. I don't want to talk to anyone after a bad game. Yeah. Yeah.
Although, to be fair, I haven't had many bad games.
Not lately.
We are not getting known as the Chuckle Brothers. Thank you very much. Moving on.
To me, to you.
The other half of the Granny Snatchers gang. We're not Granny Snatchers either, so get lost. We saved that old woman, that poor old woman, from a tsunami. You what, Billy?
You speak for yourself.
Well, Michael might be into that sort of thing, but I'm certainly not a Granny Snatcher. I was there to save her life.
I used to go to a nightclub which was known as a Grabby Wanny Night, and we named it Jurassic Park. And I was in my 20s at the time. So,
Billy, that's shocking.
Definitely Coventry. It must have been.
Yeah, it was. It was in Coventry, definitely.
Yeah.
Youngsters that would have gone out to a nightclub, right, and woke up on a Sunday morning and suddenly thought, oh, yeah, I scored last night. And then suddenly 3 kids burst in and say, is this our new dad, ma'am?
Sportsman double. That's the word also. They're the 2 words I use, sportsman double.
Yeah.
Do you know what sportsman double is? Oh, you don't want to know.
No, I really don't. Keith says, so Stato, you've got to be big and strong with all your facts to keep us going on. A little rhyme for you there, Stato.
Very nice.
Yes. Stu says, good luck to War Chris Dobie, who plays Michael Van Gerwen in the Grand Prix quarters finals tonight.
Go on, Hollywood.
Yes. Steve says, stallion or pit pony? Fuck me.
Shetland.
I've been known to fart
Nobody
like a
asked for
pony.
your input,
My
Stato.
Little Pony.
Skinny and bony. Well, I'm certainly not that. So there you go.
Not bony.
No, I'm definitely not bony, and I'm not a Saint
Oh,
Boner either.
This is going down. This is going downhill fast.
Well, yeah.
We'll get Franz
Christ.
Klammer on next. He'll be the next one on Franz Klammer.
No, not at all. SV88 says, I can feel a big performance coming tomorrow. All the team look like they are coming into their own. Botman especially. Could see there's been 5-1 tomorrow. Wilson, Hattrick, ASM and Botman. There's a lot of confidence going in tomorrow.
There is. That was Joseph Fritzl's catchphrase, wasn't it?
Billy! You can't do that! It's very nice presenting this channel. Thank you very much.
It's past 9 o'clock.
Well, it is, yeah. But, I mean, well, Jesus. Mark says, fart after a curry, superb. What? Why?
Just fell out my mouth, literally.
Yes. Well, Tony says, I'm not everyone's cup of tea. Oh, God, how many times we heard that? Yeah. Indeed. Annie says, I was going to defend him. Then I told myself how on earth, Annie, seriously, no more.
I know you defend everybody, Annie, but surely there's nothing left to defend.
Nah.
There can't be an ounce of anything statistically good about anything that man does.
Indeed. Absolutely, 100%. We have another £10 super chat from Oven Chips. Paul and Michael Marsden in the Northeast's Wet Bandits. Only just found out grannies are dry. Oh, my God!
Oh, I can't cope.
That is wrong in every way. In every shape or form, that is wrong. You need to go and take your face for a rather large shite, Oven Chips. But thank you for your donation. Jesus, wept.
Oh, dear.
Jesus. Chipper says, Susan, stop. No. Susan's just said that she is a grandma, and of course she is, because we have some grandkids. So there you go. She's a hot one, though. Chipper says, Steve Bruce is like using a split condom. Pointless. Tangy says, Alex Bruce sticking his fingers up at someone's son needs to be morally challenged by the media as an act of hate, but the media won't do that. But here we go with the Bend a Knee Month campaign.
He's been doing that metaphorically for 5 years, hasn't he? This guy's been doing it to our fans metaphorically.
Yeah. Billy says, studio, you mean paddock for Paul the Stallion?
I'm sure we've been there before.
Oh, God. Susan, it licked me. Do we really have to go there? Animals again? Really?
Billy, do it. Go on.
I should have put them on tonight, shouldn't I? Just for a celebration show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Give people a really good laugh. I don't think I've got them anymore, actually. So that's very sad.
Don't worry, I've got them saved somewhere.
I'm sure I've got them somewhere as well.
Alex. Let's see. Do I have them? No.
Don't worry.
Let me tell you a little story about my teenage years. It's one that I've had in my head for a while.
Right, Billy, is this going to get us arrested?
No, it's not. It's very clean, actually. But my obviously my dad from Bishop Auckland, and his best mate came to live in Coventry 15 years after I was born, and actually lived the street behind us. So they were thick as thieves, the two of them. And his name, strangely enough, this is before he signed Robert Lee, was Bob Lee. Strange,
right.
You know. And Bob Lee used to play for Sunderland, strangely enough, in a Macon Football League many years ago. But that's besides the point. And his daughter was absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. And not only that, she was a really nice girl as well. Really generous, kind, considerate. Great to be around.
Will you get a room?
Her name was Claire. Her name was Claire, but she was a lovely girl, a really attractive blonde lady. It's only 50, I'll say lady. But at the time, I was seeing a girl at school called Lorraine. And she was kind of, I did like her, but she was not in Claire's class at all. And I felt a bit guilty about looking elsewhere, if you know what I mean. And then I found in kind of dispatches that Lorraine had been doing the dirty behind my back. She'd sat on more poles than the Mario brothers, and kind of, she'd been Rogered more than the Coppers radio, without me knowing. Without me even knowing, which, it made me sad to think about it. But, in the end, she kind of said to me, Billy, I'm sorry, this isn't right for me. And she finished with me. And do you know what? I felt really guilty about it. But do you know what I thought? The thought in my head was, I can see clearly now, Lorena's gone.
Rogered more times than a police radio. That is unbelievable. Rogered more than a police radio. Wow.
That's got to be a watch-along caption for something.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
I was trying to fit it in somewhere. You did actually, Joe.
Well, yes. And you did, Billy. You did.
I'm sure you were.
Steve says Paul has moved on from nuns to grannies.
Alex just cracked it funny, and no one heard it.
I didn't hear it. What did he say?
I said I tried to fit it in some way, so I'm sure you were.
Yeah, well, absolutely.
Very suggestively.
Yeah. Martin says, Paul and team, I was exactly the same. I had a severe accident. My hips went through my pelvis in a smash. Death, divorce, 2 years in hospital. I was a mess. Then I found the Toon review. Thank you. Oh, Martin, that's really kind, mate. And it's good to see you back. That's horrific, mate. Absolutely. Hazza says, anyone remember when Bruce won Manager of the Month for us? I bet it felt like he won the lottery.
That was a joke. I mean,
I bet he was gutted. He's out for the competition.
He would have been. I want the damn sack. Steve says, Billy's off. Get the lawyers. Yeah. V says, do grannies not deserve love too? Just think one day you'll be old and hobbling and still wish you were bobbling. Well, I'm old and hobbling now, V. So there you go.
Me too.
But I have a granny who I'm perfectly happy with. So there you go. Paul says, what about the giraffes? We'll move on. Ian says, there's nothing wrong with grannies. Why are grannies getting spoken about? There's no reason.
Could we get our guest Wayne Mooney in?
Well, yeah, maybe. Yeah. Tanya says, Claire, the moment I met you, I swear.
I never knew you were blonde down there. Never mind. I'll get on.
I can't anymore.
Oh my God. Oh, Jesus. Where man? Oh. Joe says, Paul the Stallion, more like Paul the Mule. What the fuck?
Hey, could have been far worse, couldn't it?
Yes, I like coffee. Says I need more stories of Billy's teenage years on this chat. No, Billy should start his own channel called My Teenage Years, and they'll probably get to about the third episode and then be cancelled by YouTube. Things like that will not be allowed. Pilo Key says, Billy, don't be a hero.
Don't be a fool all your life. Yeah, what an awful song that is.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ. Billy is the king of all dad jokes. You are my idol. Wow.
Billy Idol.
Okay. Billy Idol. Huh? White
wedding. White wedding.
Mike says, I love when Billy tells a story. Everyone is in suspense because they don't know the angle he's going.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
But it's Paul's face is the best because he doesn't know whether to enjoy it or whether to be really concerned for the channel all at the same time.
Or hit that mute button rather quickly. But never mind. Mark says, Granny's lives matter. Is that going to be our new slogan on this channel?
We're not going on our knees. We're going to go on our knees for that, are we?
Billy! Start a show called The Gilf Review. Oh my God, where are we going with this? Jack says, I have to say, I love a good granny. Ross says, happy granniversary. Robert says, I had a stepmom called Lorraine and I hated her. That was class, Billy.
Happy day.
Sarah, good evening, says, up the Toon. 1 year on and I'm still smiling. Jack says, my God, this show just gets better and better. It's supposed to be a football, not Friday nights. Friday nights, we don't do much football on here because it's more of a, sort of welcome to
Gearing
the
up for
weekend,
the
shall we
weekend,
say, and just
yes.
sort of let your hair down after a busy week. So we, if there's a football story, we normally get that out of the way straight away, and then all this starts because Billy gets going, and Billy's like an engine, isn't he? He just has to warm up, and then he's away. But sometimes I just don't know whether to just hit that. Well, that might have something to say. Super Goomba says, some say Paul is hung like a seahorse. And apparently I'm hung like a Studfield mouse as well. I mean, honestly, it's not fair.
The chat have spoken.
It seems like that, yes.
Should we put a poll up?
No. Somebody on Facebook says, makes love like a soap dispenser, 2 pumps and a squirt. Chipper says, Billy, was she not called Pearl Harbor? Andrew says, I seen a granny take the knee once, but she couldn't get up. Oh, my God. Only Grands. Oh, my God. Francisco says, sanity has left the building. Love it. Sanity? Was there any ever?
Nah, we never had
Jason's
any
jaw is aching now. Jason, I hope it's through laughter. But we'll swiftly move on from that comment. Paul says, Billy, do you have a quiz? A gan or no gran? Oh my God. V says, sanity. If you think you'll get that here, you're in the wrong place. Jesus Christ, absolutely. That's never been. Right. It is time for this one now.
So, you just had to open your big damn mouth, did you?
What a shame.
Well, now it's time for all those know-it-alls out there
Shameful display!
to get shamed by Stato.
No.
Right, Stato, have you got one this week?
Yeah, it's the media again.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I'll back you up on this one, Stato.
Them
No,
again.
because yours is to come. You keep quiet.
Oh, what's your tone?
No. Oh, God, what the hell happened there? No.
Jimmy Somerville, what's next?
I'm trying to think of a Jimmy Somerville song quickly, and I can't.
Don't leave me this way. Come on, Paul, you can do this.
Don't leave me this way. Anyway, carry on, Alex. I do apologize.
It's all right. So it's not aimed at anyone specifically, more media in general. The fact that pre-Fulham game, it was only one win since the start of the season. Not quite what NUFC were hoping for. They were giving it the big I am, and oh dear, is Eddie Howe going to be under pressure? We're not sure. We beat Fulham. Oh, they're a really good side. Oh, they're brilliant. Dispatch Fulham. They look really strong. 7th place. Just complete flip-flop. After one weekend, they haven't got a clue. I haven't got the foggiest. I've lost so much respect for several outlets that I actually did respect prior to last week. I'm not going to name them, but the fact that it's flip-flopped so drastically in a week, it's gone from not what they were expecting, one win, it's all of a sudden gone to, oh, well, they're still within reach of all the European places. They look really strong. Just a complete 180. You got to pick a lane, I'm afraid. You got to pick an opinion, pick a lane, watch it week to week, especially these are people who are paid to do a job, very high salaries. Most of them live in London. Do your job, watch the games. You need to be clued up on what you're talking about. It's ridiculous because
Absolutely.
I mean, it's a win-win for us because it means people come to channels like us because we actually watch every game and we actually research it and we do care. Because a lot of the mainstream media, God forbid we didn't have anybody like Keith Downey or anybody, otherwise we'd be stuffed because we need good journalists who actually care.
Absolutely.
Because at the moment it's just such poor punditry. You've got a lot of ex-pundits who have just been given jobs, and a lot of people employed purely based on controversial opinions and having controversial opinions for the clickbait. And I'm just bored of it now. I want some, we pay money for some of these publications. I want quality, not gibberish.
Did you hear?
There
Did
you
you not hear
go.
the latest one after that? Though you're on about that, but the press then came out Monday was they've only beat sides that were promoted.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of Sunderland fans were pushing that on Twitter, weren't they?
Oh,
so
yeah.
Of course they
The
were.
fine
There was a
ones
charge
still,
their
yeah.
dongles up. Ugh.
I do have an extended shame that I do have an extended shame that didn't make it, and that goes to the very journalists that I'm praising. Nobody's asked about the wingers yet.
Mm-hmm.
Is Eddie Howe's long-term plan to play natural wingers, inverted wingers? We were linked with a few naturals in the transfer window. Murphy's gone from right to left wing. Nobody's asked about it. Nobody.
Indeed.
So we
It's
don't know
crazy.
what the intentions are because nobody will ask the boss. So, yeah.
Well, there you go. That was shamed by Stato for this week. To coin a phrase, has said hashtag grands.
Where did it get to this?
Billy, I do not know, right? It's got to be something to do with you. Jed says, bloody love it. Julie J says, Stifler's mom. Jesus wept. Ross says, how are the grands? Tangy says, Mrs. Trey's boys. Oh, my God. Alvin says, you guys are on fire. The Friday night show should be called TTR Friday Nitro. That sounds like a wrestling night. Billy could wrestle grannies in custard, just something like that.
Don't say
Susan
that.
Says that I sound a bit hoarse. You would know, baby.
Oh, God.
Tony says, did Paul just tell a Geordie woman to keep quiet? Brave man.
It's only because, you know why? Because I'm not going to the match tomorrow, so he knows he's not going to get punched in the arm.
I thought you were there tomorrow.
No, I'm not there. I'm there on Sunday off
you're there on
for
Sunday,
the girls.
Yeah.
But don't worry, it's coming.
Well, Susan will be there on Sunday to protect me.
She'll not stop us.
No, she won't.
She'll help,
probably.
probably.
Shut up, you. Jimmy says, once you understand why the pizza is made round, packed in a square box and eaten as a triangle, then you will understand this fucking show.
Exactly. I used to do this exact thing with students. I used to do crazy questions, and that was one of the crazy questions. To foreigners learning English to try and explain bizarre things, like why do bats sleep upside down?
Paula, know this.
I don't know why bats sleep upside down, Danielle.
You've got one, haven't you? It's in the box.
It's somewhere. I can still hear it today, by the way. Yeah.
We'll see if the viewers know.
Interesting. Okay. Rochi says, next time Billy blows smoke up, get the moon out, Paul, as you're above him on the screen.
He won't do it. He
No.
won't do it. He said he'd do it, but he wouldn't do it.
Well, because I don't want the channel getting taken off the air. That's reason. That's the exact reason. It's
I'm
not
not
because
I look like
Yeah.
you were thinking about it then.
I'm not criticising you, by the way. I'm just saying.
Well, so you damn well shouldn't. But never mind. Right. It is time for this.
Now the Toon Review gets ready to hear how she really feels. Let's get ready for Danielle's rant. What? Oh, yeah. You're right. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome our ambassador and the voice of reason, Danielle Lawther, with the State of the League.
Come on, then.
Well, firstly, I've got a two-part rant, actually.
Oh.
Along the same lines, really, but the first one, Oliver Holt, jog on. Like, you're getting under my skin now. Like, I don't care. Like, everyone's got a right to an opinion, blah, 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 right? You a bellend. That's it. Like, you went to Anthony Joshua's fight in Saudi Arabia. What's the problem? What does it matter? It has been ratified by the Premier League. Move on. Like, I don't understand what his problem is, apart from the fact he's probably not getting enough clicks. So he thought, well, do you know what I'll do? I'll just put another one of these tweets out, but hey, it's something else. And
absolutely.
Did you notice in the press conference today, how many questions did Eddie get about Saudi? Like, there was a lot. Was it 8, 9? Even more.
Well, I deliberately didn't cover it in the video, in the press conference reaction video, because I thought I'm not going over the same bollocks again. I don't want to give them any airtime.
Like, he obviously handles the questions very, very well because he's the ultimate professional. However, what do you want him to do? What would you like him to say? What would you want him to say? Like, you know, he's there to manage the football team. He has got no kind of connection to the owners of our club. So what is it? Why can't you just let us have a day to celebrate the fact that our club's fortunes have been transformed? We're Hawks back. Just let us have one day and just let him manage the team. You shouldn't have an opinion on anything like that.
We gave the perfect answer, didn't he?
Well, yeah, he did. But Rachel says Oliver Holt isn't getting any sex, never mind clicks.
Indeed. Well,
Oliver Holt tweeted today that he gave his usual anti-Saudi spiel with his tweet. He says,
he did.
Why are Newcastle United fans celebrating one of the greatest clubs in England as celebrating a takeover by murderous, whatever it was? And I tweeted back to him, going from an angle he didn't expect at all. I went, Oliver, one of the greatest? We are the fucking greatest.
Yeah, Billy. Yes.
Go on, Billy.
Jeanette Johnson, thank you very much for your £10 super chat. There isn't any comment there, but thank you very much. It's great to have a rant back down from Danielle, isn't it?
I guess it just pays us off. Can you not just let us have a day, just to be grateful and to say thank you? We're not saying Saudi Arabia is perfect. That's not what we're saying. What we're saying is it's about the football. It starts
and it's about learning from each other as well, which Ollie Holt clearly doesn't want to do.
There's rumors
that coming over there for the money.
We all have these conversations. Everybody's aware of the situation, and you know that Saudi. And you know what? I'm being honest. If this is sport washing, sign us up. I'm sport washed. That's it.
I know you said that.
I wear my green and white shirt with pride because I'm proud to have our owners, and I'm proud.
It's pot kettle black because there's rumors going around that the Mail are about to be investigated, and they've got money going into Bermuda and things like that.
Yeah.
So he needs to be very careful when he opens that mouth.
Let's not forget, in 1938, they supported the leader of the German government at the time, which was Mr. Hitler. And the Daily Mail have got no room to coaches on morals. Let's be honest.
I've seen your tweet.
Hypocrisy.
What was it like that? But that was a dangerous time, Billy, was it?
Well, yeah. I mean, war could have broke out any time. Let's be honest.
Well, it could have, yeah. I just thought what it'd be like being on the streets during that time, Bill. Anyway, Clarky says bats sleep upside down because they originated from Australia.
Close but no cigar.
Dave says, I bet he doesn't say no to putting petrol or diesel in his car. He's just a dump ass.
Yes,
a dump ass. Nice. V says, even Eddie had to say in his conference it was ratified, trying his professional best to say just leave it already.
Exactly.
Listen, we're not going to give
the fact he was announcing this on Twitter, which is part owned by POF, was hypocritical to the nth degree. Let's be perfectly honest about it.
Yeah.
You know what I think they should do, right? I think they should sit them all the journalists that go to these press conferences on little trapdoors, right? And then whenever they say something like, "Oh, Eddie, how do you feel about this money coming into your club? Bye, you're gone. See you later."
Yeah.
And they just disappear.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll put you as security, Danielle. Get rid of them.
Oh, we've got to be harder on them at some point because Alex Ferguson was harsh on journalists.
Billy.
I mean, maybe not that, but
I mean, Jesus.
Yeah, not that. But Alex Ferguson was very harsh on journalists. If they were asking too many questions about nonsense, he would have them removed. And they know Eddie Howe's stance on this. His answer was he's not knowledgeable enough about geopolitical issues, so it's not going to be fair for him to, he can't speak on behalf of the club and he doesn't know enough about it. He says he tries to keep himself up to date on it, but who is he to speak on behalf of the club regarding those issues?
They're trying to trap him into saying something, though.
Exactly, they want a headline. They're not. They are not themselves interested in the issues. They just want the headline for their publication.
Absolutely. Takoina Freer says because a bat's muscles tighten so their talons grip when asleep.
Oh.
Interesting.
I mean, I would imagine that's part of it.
Cute.
But
say we've got Attenborough in the chat tonight. Chris Murray out in America. Good evening, good afternoon to my good mate out there in America. We are not the only club in the Premiership who have Saudi money. Absolutely.
Good evening, Man United.
Yes.
They wanted a bit more than just that, though, did they? They were after ours, weren't they? They were after our money, weren't they? Let's be honest.
Yes, they were.
Yeah. Dave says, nice one, Danielle. Jim says, Billy means shoot them with Nerf guns. Of course he does. Yes, indeed. Right. We are having a special game of Saint or No Saint. I'm not sure what the hell Billy's calling it tonight, but we will do that very shortly. But for the people that missed the special video that we did earlier on tonight. We are going to play it again. So those of you that got emotional, get your tissues ready again. It is emotional. There is no doubt about that. But please do enjoy it because it's. If you missed it the first time, please watch it now and enjoy it. It's about 7 minutes long. Sit back, relax, enjoy it. It's very special for Newcastle fans. It really is. So here you go, guys. Enjoy.
On December 9th, 1892, the merging of two clubs gave birth to what has become for many people around the world their pride and joy. At the football cathedral known as St. James's Park, fans have gathered for over a century to watch and support those who play the game we love and represent the pride of our hearts. Many have been the accomplishments of our club throughout its history. And yes, like every other club, we have had our ups and downs. But at the beginning of a new century, little did we know what sort of hell awaited us. In 2007, a devil disguised as a savior acquired our honor club, and he who shall not be named promised a new era. His initial moves were hailed as worthy. He endeared himself to the fans. He joined with them in away stands, drank with them, and all seemed destined for greatness. But little did we know how bad he had started. Acquiring a club that was in debt at not knowing it was just the first step of many behind-the-scene misdeeds of this man. And in short time, it was clear to see that to him, our beloved club was just another business. As long as the checkbooks balanced out, all was good. But even that was a lie, for his meddling and mismanagement of the club was obvious from early on. He disgraced and disrespected our legends, tarnished our reputation, and in less than 2 years, we were relegated. The hated fate of every player, club, and fan. But our resiliency made it possible to quickly win this championship and come back up to where we belonged. And some thought, you know what? We can get through this. Better times are ahead. What fools some were. What followed was bad deals, bad management, bad business. And in 7 short years, we again faced the harsh reality of relegation. And though our team came back up, and again did it by winning the championship, fans had had enough. Many left. Many just went through the motions, waiting to see how quickly the next relegation would come. Then, towards the end of 2020 and the beginning of 2021, rumors and reports started popping up about the interest of a Saudi Arabian-backed group wanting to acquire our club. Pundits, reporters, and fans alike didn't know what to make of this. As it became more evident that this was real and that it could happen, an opinions war began. Tempers flared. External opposition grew. Negative opinions of the so-called experts became a daily occurrence. And we, the fans, didn't know what to think. We were afraid. For they say the last thing you lose is hope. And we dared not hope, for we were afraid of losing what we had left.
So there you go, guys. That was the video. I will be putting that on YouTube as a separate video. I know some people have asked us to add Jamie Rubin to that, which I will do before it goes on.
Can you add Oliver Holt into that as well, please?
Yes, I
Yes,
can.
and he might want to watch it before bed, maybe. Cry a bit more.
Yeah, I'll tag him in it. Yeah,
tag him in.
Yeah. Right. Stato will be back in a second, but oh,
You all right, hon?
yes, I'm fine. I'm kicking. Whatever that means. Right. Now it is time for something a little different. Stato needs to get his ass back. He's probably at the bar.
No, I think you might have gotten the loo.
But actually, we'll do this one first.
You wrote it. You posted it. Now deal with the consequences. Let's find out who our winner is for Comment of the Week.
Right. Who wins Comment of the Week? Billy or Danielle, you choosing.
Everyone.
Billy, your mic's off.
Wins it.
There you go.
Christ. Quick comment of the week. No chance of me picking that because I can't even see the screen properly.
Oh my God. It's like me a year ago, isn't it?
I'm echoing your year ago thoughts.
You're following on in the tradition, Billy?
Absolutely, yeah.
In tribute to you.
Any youngsters watching this show, that is what drink does to you, right?
These kids are allowed to have a glass of wine with dinner. Don't allow it anymore.
Alex, you got anybody for Comment of the Week?
There was one tonight, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was one tonight, yeah.
Billy can't remember. He can't remember what happened 5 minutes ago, never mind earlier in the show.
Screen, apparently.
I think it was the one about dogs aren't from stables or something like that.
Yeah.
It's got to be that one.
That was me.
No, I think you expanded on it, didn't you? I can't remember the viewer had a. Was it? I can't remember the name.
Billy, you do know you're doing a watch along tomorrow, pet, don't you?
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Super Goomba says, Billy, are you trying to read from paper, not the screen?
You can't read from paper.
I've got the paper. But here, it's all sorted. It's sorted.
Anyway, Sarah says, haha, Billy, you cracked me up. What a guy. Right. It is time for this, or I don't know what Billy's calling it tonight, but here we go.
And now it's time for Paul's favorite game, Saint or Ain't, where our fine contestants show their saintly knowledge of names based on wherever the hell Billy found them. Let's see who will win today's edition of Saint or Ain't. Take it away, Billy Bob.
I like how Billy Bob gets a very, angelic music at the end when really is just
devilish music.
Things leave his mouth. It's just incredible. Anyway, come on then, Billy.
Right, so it's not Saint or Ain't. It's got nothing to do with. There is one or two saints in here, but
fantastic.
But it's Canniversary, so we're talking about what happened a year ago today. And if people can remember, the first inkling we got of anything happening was the flight lists that appeared on Twitter. So there were 7 names on that flight list, and I've got 15 names here. 7 are real, 8 ain't. So
this is going to be good.
It's flight or shite.
Flight or shite. Okay, well, who won last week? Oh,
Alex is a current champion, but we're going to do it a little bit different tonight. So because obviously 3 of these are obvious.
Yeah,
I've numbered them from 1 to 15. You get 5 each, and so you call me a number, and I tell you what number that is, and you tell me flight or shite. So
okay.
Alex, give me a number between 1 and 15. So I need to get my pen out here.
Oh God, Billy's trying to write now as well. Jesus Christ!
I'm okay. I'm all sober all of a sudden. So 1 to 15, Alex. Give me a number.
I'll go with 1. Why not?
Number 1. Okay, so these are quite.
Yeah.
These are easy. I'm expecting a tie tonight, and there's no tiebreaker question. You can all be champions, in my opinion, tonight. It's a great night for celebrating. So number 1 is what Alex has picked. So was this person on the flight? Billy Sastard. Flight or shite?
I think that's a bit of shite.
It is a bit of shite, of course. So
Well done, Alex.
if you switch the S and the B around, you get sick bastard, basically. So
Yes.
Alex gets that, and he gets a point for that.
Well done.
Who's going next?
Paul can go because he was second.
Okay, Paul, 2 to 15. Give me a number.
7.
7. Now this is a really easy one. So you've drawn a nice easy one. Jamie Rubin.
Flight, Billy.
That's a definite flight, and you get a point for that.
Yay! Get in there.
I love
So
this
now,
game.
Danielle, it's 2 to 15 less 7. You can't pick 7. We could if you wanted to, but it won't get you any good. 2 to
I'm
15.
going to go number 12.
Number 12. Okay. It's a female's name. Joanne Mills.
I'm going to say flight.
She wasn't the flight. She wasn't that flight. Back to Alex and everyone's. I'm hoping everyone ends up 5 each here because it's because the names I've made up are pathetic. To be fair, Alex, 2 to 15, but not 7 or 12.
Oh, is he there?
He's froze. 2 to 15 minus 7 or 12, Alex. Oh, this could go pear-shaped.
What the hell? What the hell's going?
He's back.
Are we, Alex?
Give me a number 2 to 15
go with
minus 7 or 12.
15.
15. Oh, this one's really hard. I hope get your thinking cap on, Annie, Alex. Okay, you ready for this one? Amanda Stavely.
Oh,
Flight or shite?
15.
Yeah, 15.
What?
Amanda Stavely.
1-5. 15.
Yes,
15. 15.
We know. Amanda
Alex,
Stavely.
we know.
Flight or shite?
we know 15.
15.
Amanda Stavely, man. What's going on?
Oh, this has gone pear-shaped. Can we assume that he'd know this?
Can I get a bonus point if I know a full name?
Oh, give that away. That's bollocks. Move on.
Do we give Alex a point for that? Because he's going to get it.
He's going to get it.
Of course he is. Of course he is. Paul, it's 2 to 14 now, but not 12 or 7.
I will go with number 3.
Number 3.
Flight.
Yes, we'll give you a point for that. We've already given you the point for that. Fantastic. Number 3. For number 3. Right, okay. Right or shite?
Who?
You, I'm going to give you the name now. Hold
Get
your
up with
horses.
it.
Be patient. Number 3 is Titus Ashley. Flight or shite?
Tight ass Ashley, I would think, is shite.
It is shite, of course it is.
Tight ass Ashley.
Danielle, 2 to 15 minus 3, 7, and 12.
Number 9, please.
Number 9 is Georgia Hutton.
I'm going to say flight.
Georgia Hutton was on the flight. Indeed, she was.
Is Georgia Hutton not Jamie Rubin's partner?
I don't know who she is. I ain't got a clue.
Don't know.
We've got a couple of super chats just come in. $8.99 from S Best. Loving the show and what a perfect start to the weekend of always. And Mawson over in Saudi Arabia, 100 Real. Thank you very much. Happy anniversary, everyone. Thank you very much, Mawson.
And to you.
Right.
Alex is back. You got your first one right. Amanda Stavely was flight. You were quite right. But to get level with the other two, who have both got 100% so far, and you should both get
only
both
30
right.
seconds late, but never mind.
Right, Alex, it's now choose from 2 to 14 minus 12 and 7 and 3.
And 9.
And
2.
Yeah.
We've had
2.
2.
No, not 2 yet.
Oh, have we not?
Flight or shite. Isaiah Ozil. Isaiah Ozil.
I love the eyes there, Billy.
I'm gonna say shite.
Yes, you bang on. Of course you are.
What
To
a
repeat,
surprise.
everyone's. I'm expecting. I'm hoping everyone gets 5 each. Yeah. Paul, is it you now, Paul? It's 4 to 15. Sorry, 4 to 14 minus 12, 9, and 7.
4.
4. Well, I've got to be careful how I say this. Warwick Hunt.
I'll go with shite, Billy.
Strangely enough, Warwick Hunt wasn't on that flight. So
He wasn't, no. Ian McKenna, thank you for your 20 quid. What's the rules? Oh, God knows.
Rules? Rules?
Does anybody care?
Danielle, 5 to 14 minus 12, 9, and 7.
5, please.
5.
Mm-hmm.
Ian Day.
I'm going to say shite.
Ian Day was on the flight.
He was.
Who's
on the
Ian
flight.
Day?
Yes. Woo-woo.
Shut up, like you knew. Shut up.
He's a
course he knew.
Boxing Day's brother. I don't know who he is.
Boxing Day's brother.
So back to Alex. It's 6
Brother. What?
to 14 minus 7, 9, and 12.
14.
14.
Hang on. Right. Susan's just put, where's the flight going to? Oh, my God. Oh, God. Oh, dear Christ.
You got to put locks on that curtain after that comment.
Oh, my God. That's brilliant. How are the...
14. Right, okay. Flight or shite, making it all serious. Dawn Riser.
It's shite.
Indeed, it is shite. Of course, it is. You all right, Paul?
I'll be fine. Oh. Oh my God, Tangy, you're shocking you. Tangy says fannies or grannies would have been more appropriate for the Oh my God's sake.
Right, we're rapidly decreasing the numbers here. It's Paul's go next, and it's 6 to 13.
Just give us 6, Billy.
6. It's Billy Sastard's brother, Barclay Sastard.
I'm going along the lines of shite, Billy.
Barclay Sastard was on the flight.
What?
Believe it or not. Barclay Sastard was on the flight.
Oh, it's
you've set him up
it's
there.
the grey-haired guy with the glasses.
What a Barclay he was.
Oh, bugger man. I hate this game.
Danielle, 8 to 13 minus 9.
Number 10.
Number 10 is Holden McGroin.
I'm not having that, Billy.
Shite.
Yes, he's shite.
Oh,
without
come
doubt.
on.
You've all had the same kind of shite as everyone else. It's not biased.
Hang on. I get Barclay Sastard and she gets...
Barclay Sastard
Holden
on the fucking
McGroin.
flight. You could have chosen the same number as Danielle did. Alex,
Nobody's
8.
answered Susan as to where the flight's going back.
Newcastle Airport, I believe. There's
Yeah.
3 left. One of which is a really easy one, and 2's really easy and 1 isn't. So,
Frau, thank you very much for your $9.99. Saying Stato was on a promise and he's breaking up.
Oh dear. So Alex, you've got 8, 11, or 13.
13. Lucky for me.
13. It is lucky. It is lucky 13 because, well, it might not be. But flight or shite. Mehrdad Gadusi.
Oh, gee, there's a hard one.
Flight.
He is a flight, of course he is. Mehrdad Gadusi.
That means me and you are left with a crap, Paul.
I know.
Well, yeah, but yeah, you are. But one of them could have been on a flight. One of them might not have been. Paul, 8 or 10, 8 or 11. Sorry.
I'll go with number 11, Billy Bob.
11 is Barbara Dwyer.
Ooh.
That seems too sensible to be shite, so I'm going flight.
Okay, you're saying flight. So if you take the short word for Barbara, which is Barb,
Paul,
then say
mate.
it. Then say it.
Bob, oh, fuck off.
Barb Dwyer.
Barbed wire. What are you on about? He literally said barbed wire, and you were like, "Yep, that's definitely a person."
Oh. Cock.
Danielle, you left number 8. Bearing in mind we were taken over with the Saudi Arabian consortium. So was this man on the flight or not? Sheikh Yabuti.
Look, even the quiz masters had to hide his face because he can't help laughing. Shake your booty.
Oh, God, I can cope. Shite.
The chairman's wife. Shake your booty.
Shite's quite right. Of course it is. I've just got to make the scores up. I've got to count the scores up because I don't know what the scores are.
I'm going to make the scores up.
Give me a minute.
Alex got one wrong because we give him one out of generosity because he disappeared.
Yeah, Alex 100%. And Daniel,
did I disappear? I mean, I heard it in real time on my end. I think my internet was just terrible.
It was, Alex, because I was about to answer my question and then all I heard was flight.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's Amanda Stavley. Of course she was on the bloody flight. It's like the number one name.
Stato's 100%. Again, that's two weeks in the trot, I believe, 100%.
2 weeks in the trot.
So
Right,
Stato is the champion of flight or shite. But you two are both joint second, so fantastic.
I can't wait till Saint Lorraine comes back.
Nah, I feel like Danielle gets a consolation there because Paul thought barbed wire was a real person.
But he said Barbara Dwyer, right? And I didn't click onto that. It's late on a Friday night.
I mean, it was a bit
Jesus
sensible,
Christ.
wasn't it? Barbara Dwyer, compared to Warwick Hunt and Titus Ashley, Barbara Dwyer could have been on the flight.
Exactly.
How did you not say that?
Honestly.
God.
That was a bit of fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, no. I Like Coffee says was more on the flight.
Leicester.
So we should have said no because he's gone to Leicester. Ross says my old school teacher was called Anne Wilcox.
I know someone called Anne Wilcox, strangely enough. But that's
Billy.
another story.
We had a teacher at my school called what was it? His name was Dick Headley because his name was Richard Headley.
Dear God. My old boss was German, actually, and called Rudy Posthumous.
Posthumous?
Posthumous, yeah.
Is that a saint?
Saint or no saint? Yeah. Really posthumous.
Yeah, he wasn't a saint in my eyes, but there you go. I hated the German bastard, but never mind. Right. Guys, we've come to the end of the celebration show. We've been on for 2 hours, which is it's absolutely flown by. We've had an absolute blast on here tonight, as I thought we would. It's been emotional as well, as I thought it would be. But thank you very much to everybody that has joined in the chat tonight with jokes and super chats and new membership. It's been an incredible night tonight. Thank you very much for your ongoing support. Everybody that watches the channel. If you have enjoyed tonight, please hit the like button. And if you're new to the channel and for some crazy reason you like what you've seen tonight, it's normally about Newcastle United, but these Friday nights are basically just to let your hair down and have a good laugh with us, just as if we're all sitting in the pub having a good laugh. That's what it's all about. So we really appreciate it if you could subscribe. It is free to do so, and also hit that notification bell, which will let you... Bloody hell! It'll let you go. I still can't say it. It will tell you when we go live or we upload. I know. It's late. And if you want to become a member of the Toon Review, hit the join button just underneath the video. Or if you're on iOS, nip across to Instagram, find the Toon Review, hit the link in the bio, and it'll take you to a desktop version where you can become a member, because we will have much more giveaways to do for members, etc., tickets and things like that. We do have tickets to the women's game, so we'll be giving them away in due course. I know mine arrived as well. Quick off the mark with the tickets, I tell you. So we will have tickets for the women's game at St James's Park, which of course is later on in November, but we will have 2 tickets to give away for that. So there you go. Guys, to you 3, thank you very much. And ongoing success, hopefully, with this channel. And it'll come from you guys out there, your support. We really do mean that. We couldn't do this without the viewers, but I couldn't do this without you 3 or the mod squad or Susan. So thank you to you all. And long may this good feeling continue for Newcastle United. But thank you very much for joining. Don't forget, tomorrow at 2:30 p.m, join Billy for the watch along. It's always fun, whether it be technical faults or Billy's quotes or whatever it may be. But it's sure to be a good laugh anyway. So join him at 2:30 for the build up to the match, and then from 3 o'clock, live commentary for the full 90 minutes. So that will be a laugh. Keep your eyes open for my match day vlog, and also my instant reaction video, which I'll do once I get back to the car. But thank you very much, guys. Have a wonderful weekend, whatever you're doing. Let's hope we grab 3 points. But in the meantime, good night, folks.
Away the lasses.
Away the lads and lasses.